kind of thing. Again, voice acting, superior, top notch. Art style, just stylish, beautiful. Combat, amazing. Voice acting, amazing.
Let me make sure I get you. I'm gonna hit everyone with the elemental weakness. I'm gonna switch around until I can get everyone down. Do the all-out attack, no big issue.
Yeah.
But on here, it's like, okay, you can hit with the elemental weakness, but he's up next turn. Is literally just Persona 5 reskinned and done different ways. They looked at people that like, you don't like the school stuff. Metaphor is the game for you.
Welcome to the Iron Lords podcast. Metaphor, y'all.
I request that you go first, so you can actually.
So you can get your bars off.
Yeah, I just want to kind of talk about the conversation about it first. But it's Metaphor Refantazio. A lot of success, both critical and commercially. Currently 93 on Metacritic. Again, I don't know if this part is confirmed, but I think PC Gamer went with it. It's the new fastest selling game in Atlas history, selling 1 million copies in its first day. Wow. Put it out there for Metaphor. And,
Square Enix, you could never.
Slander.
They could never, because they wasn't launching on Xbox day and day. Shout out to Metaphor for doing that work.
What's funny is like it's not even a lot of the Xbox thing. It's like Sega and Atlas realized we got to go everywhere. Like we can't just rely on PlayStation.
Yeah.
Notice how when they open up the floodgates, they're the most successful turn-based game that they've ever made. Where were they before? Only on PlayStation.
Who did that for you?
Cerebon.
Phil Dominus Maximus are really expensive.
You got to get a queen. You got to get a queen this one. You got to get a queen this one.
Listen, I'm giving her props right now because I'm seeing all the work that she's doing, and she's doing fantastic work.
Yes.
Especially the new work that she's doing in November when she's about to take over the universe.
No doubt. So like I said, I just wanted to
something better happened in November.
Wanted to talk briefly about obviously the importance of Xbox having Atlas's new JRPG, that new IP on their platform. Not only it not missing the platform, but also Xbox having the marketing. And it seems like the fruits are paying off. But initially, some fans weren't happy. They weren't some fans that. I ain't saying no names, but apparently there's a contingent of people who were saying that that people weren't keeping up with it, that the perception of it being an Xbox exclusive was due to their marketing. But it looks like the reality was that they were the vocal minority, because it did not affect the tremendous success so far of Metaphor in its primary market in Japan. So for me, I just want to say I told y'all so. I just want to say that when people were throwing, arrows at me at the Tokyo Game Show and they ain't had nothing, this was the prized possession. This was the reason you do that, because it's the Tokyo Game Show. And guess what? Now it's selling like outside of that. So kudos to them on that. And of course I played, got through the first dungeon. I didn't get a chance to play much this week. I know Attica's way farther than me, but the game is fantastic. It is really an absolute masterpiece. I love, again, the combat itself, the evolution of the JRPG formula, the archetypes, they're taking the inheriting attributes for the archetypes. Also, that system, what's it called? The renown with the people, when you get your wisdom up and you get your stuff like that. You got the day-night cycle. You know what I'm talking about. Yeah,
keep going. I'll figure it out.
Basically, it's Shout Out to Flame has got an article right now. Stuff like that. If you want to get your wisdom up, you do certain things. You want to get your tolerance up, you do certain things within the day and night cycle. You got enough time in the day to just do a couple of things before it goes into the next day. And then also, hey, maybe this dungeon is too tough right now. You come back, kind of thing. Again, voice acting, superior, top notch. Art style, just stylish, beautiful. Combat, amazing. Voice acting, amazing. It's been really dope, man. It's really cool to see people playing this new turn-based and playing obviously on Xbox. I'm saying? That's a huge deal, kind of seeing that game do its thing. So want to bring this out to the realm, start with Attic, obviously, because obviously you have probably the most hours in everybody. Now that you really got a chance to, dig deep.
I want you to go first.
No, I mean, I kind of already went, in the sense of, what I played already. But, I think it's phenomenal. I think it really is. And I think that they have something really special on their hands. If it continues at this pace that I'm playing, this definitely has that Goldie feel. This has that. This is the latest, the newest, and the evolution of the genre, and enough story. And let's be honest, Saul. Like a lot of people, even though Persona is the truth, we're not disrespecting it. Some people did not connect with the school stuff. This is a more mature, kingdom, lords, knights, betrayal, deception, powers, and it's just really done in a very tight package on that. And then, like I said, just even the combat with the making the subtle changes where if the main character dies, the game's not over. You know what I'm saying? Just the managing of MP and HP and the resources and having to be smart with your decision making there. The leveling up. It's a challenge. I wouldn't say it's like the souls of JRPGs, but it's a challenge. You're gonna be tested on how you play this game, and then again all the different things that you find. So and the characters. So very compelling. Love it. The music is phenomenal. The battle music. That little battle chant they be screaming during the battle, boy. It feel like they got somebody in the back spitting bars, or he's spitting some crazy chants. That joint is ill. It's really dope, man. So salute to them. Salute to Atlas believing in it. Salute to Xbox for putting it out there. But now, Addict, what is your feeling? Because you've got the most hours on Metaphor.
All right. So first thing I want to elaborate with is Sega did provide all the Lords of Code.
Woo!
Need to get that up there because
And
I'm
some
pretty sure
lords too.
Yes.
Yeah, we are by law. Got to tell you guys that.
Yes.
But you guys know, if someone gives us a code, we're still going to tell it. Like
You gonna get this one.
I'm sure there has been people that don't work with us anymore, and PlayStation don't work with us at all because we'll keep it real.
They've
on
been
their
catching
games,
strays this whole podcast. Okay.
Jim knew what was good.
What it comes down to, it's
Oh yeah, let me get this off real quick. Mohamed Diallo, Kaga, you still mad at the protagonist fashion? Yes, that's my only negative. You got the worst drip as a main character I've ever seen. Other than that, I love you. But his drip, he needs better fit. Please let him get better suits because he don't know what he doing when it come to fashion. That's my only issue.
They generally do have like ways that you can change outfits.
Oh thank God! Thank God! Because
I think Metaphor is better than Persona.
Oh
yeah, I think Metaphor is better than Persona.
Talk to me.
Is that recency bias or is that
why is it better?
Yeah.
No. It's I think it's a better game in general. I actually feel one of the reasons it's the same thing I felt about Shin Megami Tensei. I love Shin Megami Tensei. But one of the things I liked about it the most, because I just, we played Vengeance, because Sega sent us a code. And one of the things I liked about Vengeance was Shin Megami Tensei, it was hard.
Yes.
And Metaphor is on a completely different difficulty than any Persona I've ever played.
Boss, you can't change the difficulty?
Well, it's not that. Base difficulty is just harder than Persona. It's just here's
so
the
I can
thing.
put it on easy though.
Yes, you can.
Yeah, you
I
can.
believe like narrative.
Persona,
I can put it on sucker mode. All right.
Persona has these things called all-out attacks.
Yes.
Now, what all-out attack is once you have hit everyone's elemental weakness or weakness in general, they all fall down, and then your whole squad just jumps them at the same time.
So you telling me in this game they got elemental damage in an RPG?
Oh man.
Oh yeah. Like I said, Square Enix could never.
Oh, tell the truth, shame the devil.
I'm on this new thing because, like, here's the thing. Okay, let me get back to that before I have some bars on Square Enix. Trust me. Just give me a minute to. Because right now we're focusing on Metaphor. Let's focus on Metaphor. Then I'll give my smoke towards Square Enix. So it comes down to it's like those all-out attacks make the game so much easier because you'll sit there and you'll hit them all, and then you'll just do the all-out attack and. Essentially, you've killed everyone, just about. Like, you've killed everyone.
You kind of get the stun jump on them, too.
On this, you could get... See, now, there's like little bars up at the top left, where it's like there's a big turn and there's a little turn. Now, if you don't hit an elemental weakness, the big turn goes away. But if you hit one of the elemental weaknesses, it goes into like a smaller turn where you could go again as someone else. So essentially what goes on is like the elemental weakness stuff's still there, but what I've seen is you don't have the all-out attack. Now keep in mind, I'm probably 10, 15 hours in and I'm still not far in the game.
Yeah, it's
but
huge.
I have noticed that without that elemental that all-out attack, the game is on a completely different difficulty setting. Because back in the day, I would be like, okay, well, my perspective, what I'm gonna do, is I'm gonna make sure I get you. I'm a hit everyone with the elemental weakness. I'm gonna switch around until I can get everyone down. Do the all-out attack, no big issue.
Yeah.
But on here, it's like, okay, you can hit him with the elemental weakness, but he's up next turn.
Yes,
There
and
you
it's
go. You
on
can
the
stop
clapback.
him.
Yeah. And I want to shout them out too with the front line, back line, because in real time you can move certain characters if they melee to the front to do more damage. But the risk is
Not in Persona.
Oh, exactly. And the risk is, but if they're in the front line, when the enemy gets their turn to react, those dudes could get the most damage. Also, back line, say you could be more defensive, and it's good for like the magic users. Also, the things that I wanted to stress also was the two things that I really slept on. One, obviously the guard. If somehow you don't have nothing to do, you could put that person in the defensive mode to kind of withstand attack.
And you know what's funny, Cog? I don't use guard in Final Fantasy. I rarely use the actual guard feature. Like even when they're like, yo, you're gonna want to block this with guard. I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna put auto life on people. I'm not doing no guard.
Not doing it.
The
thing I slept on was skip turn. So sometimes there's a guy that you're like, yo, you fight against a certain enemy.
Past turn, not
past turn. Sorry, yeah. So like there's certain enemies you're like, damn, my one character.
He's gonna tell you how to carry how to fix something you said that was wrong.
I know, but we can't do that. When we say idea, it's over. But anyway, but now at the end of the day, what's dope about it is that like there's certain enemies you're like, all right, my guy, he got he could do light damage or whatever the archetype you pick. But in certain fights, you got one guy that's really kind of useless for that fight because he doesn't have any type of elemental damage or whatever it is that can hurt the enemy. You put him on skip turn. Sometimes that allows the other people to go again. So skip is actually a viable component in this game. And I thought it's like a very underrated strategy. The other thing I forgot to mention during my turn is I am very pleased with the boss battles that they have mechanics. And while you're going through these battles, the little fairy, she's like a support character that you have. She's always talking to the back. Well, first of all, she's one of the most amazing support characters going. She'd be like, David, he's low on health. He's gonna, you got to do something. He has nothing against fire. Or you do an analyze. Hey, they look like they're weak against this. Like she's like your cheerleader, and she's giving you also informative information on the battlefield. One of the dopest fights I thought was actually one of the first ones where you fight a boss and this boss got a lot of mechanics. And if you don't do certain things in a certain order and she's trying to give you the clues like, yo, you might want to target those arms. Otherwise, this is going to keep reforming and keep attacking us, guys. It's like having a strategist on the battlefield that's vocal and engaging in a dope way. It's one of the most underrated features I feel. Sorry, I had to get, well, I forgot her name, that little fairy girl. Huh? Can you mute it, you said?
Like something with a G.
Yeah, can you mute it?
I don't know. But shout out to the fairy.
Yeah,
she do her thing.
See, I will say Margama, I believe her name is, in Persona 5. I'm pretty sure someone in the chat can correct me if I'm wrong or not. I do like her as a guy better than this guy. Because Margama actually fights with you, too. And
we don't know yet, because this girl got little things. She's about to do something, and I know in one battle she helps, but I don't think the jury's out on that she can't help us yet. I do think she's going to learn something.
I think see someone, that's her name. Galissa,
yeah, whatever.
So what I like about like this game is just, first off, it shows that turn bases can be successful.
Absolutely. I like turn bases. I don't like that active system.
We've seen Infinite this year. Infinite do well.
Yes.
Now we're seeing this do well. It's just be like, I get it. I've always had an issue with Square Enix in terms of how they approach developing Final Fantasy. All they look at is like who we can get and not who we already have. Yeah. There's a vast, huge library of turn base that's done well, but the problem is like I feel like instead of like building up that system, the turn base, what Atlas did, Atlas could have easily went action based too, but they're like, no, we're going to build on our existing systems and create new systems to make the turn base better. Yeah. And Square Enix took the easy way out and said, we're going to try to get as many people as you can. And I've said over and over again, when you isolate your core audience, the people that's been behind you from day one, and you don't get this new audience that you want, you're going to end up falling behind. And I feel like that's what's happened with Final Fantasy throughout the years. And when you see Metaphor, all Metaphor is just a reskinned, done better Persona. but it
You
takes
hear
out
that, Marvel, Disney?
Slander.
I have no clue how that.
Yeah, I don't know why they caught
Well,
a
I
bullet.
mean,
They caught a bullet.
they went after a fan base that wasn't called to them.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. I see what
That
you're
was-
doing. Okay,
Yeah,
I see.
come
I
on,
was like,
follow-
damn, they just catching strays. All types.
follow. I'm following you. Follow me.
Everybody catching them for
Yeah, so-
fade.
And don't keep in mind, like, I'm not telling companies not to try to get a new user base. Look at like what Atlas and not Atlas. Look what Square and not Square, Sega. Look what Sega did with the Yakuza games. They're like, look, we have a core audience that's clearly, which is never going to grow. The core Atlas game, or not the Atlas, the core Yakuza game. So what we're going to do is we're going to make another franchise on top of the Yakuza games that we have now. That's going to be your Yukabon, and all of them are, and that's going to be turn-based. And then we're gonna put them together, where you have people from this game coming to this game. We're gonna have Easter eggs from this game coming to this game, and it shows you that it's like, look, we can still respect our old audience, but also give newer people the opportunity to play Yakuza that's not the old way of Yakuza. For instance, Dragon Quest.
Yeah, I was about to say that.
Dragon Quest lets you switch between turn-based and action-based. They give you the option. But for some reason, there's this like really bad emphasis on turn-based is bad when it's not. Like you can argue, and I've said this for a while, Atlas is the turn-based kings at the moment.
Right.
There's no one in this industry doing better turn-based games than Atlas at the moment. And it's not even by small margins, by a large margin.
Would you say that Atlas understands their identity and is not going for the a casual audience? They're going for who their core audience is.
Yes, that's right on the money. Atlas looked at the landscape of the industry and said, "Look, we're not trying to add multiple zeros on this. We're just trying. We know our audience is enough. That wasn't PlayStation. Their audience wasn't enough, so that's why they had to move on. But we know that. Yeah, I knew you'd like that, King. But we know that our turn-based audience is enough to make this game extremely profitable, and we're gonna, and not to mention, we're gonna get newer audiences that like turn-based. Final Fantasy, I'm sure, has brought people to the genre, including myself, that like turn-based, and they're gonna eventually play our games. Because I didn't play a Persona game to Persona 5, then I went back and played 4, and I eventually want to go back and play 3. So it's just like,
Are they in Game Pass?
yeah, all of those, not 5. 5's not, no, 5, 4 no longer in Game Pass. It's just 3.
Oh, so you had to get it when it was there.
Yeah, well, I 100%ed Persona 5. I got all the achievements.
Oh no, we ain't trusting you to them since you the guy.
So it's just like, Metaphor is literally just Persona 5 reskinned and done different ways. You know, they looked at people that like, you don't like the school stuff. Metaphor is the game for you. Metaphor still brings the palace mentality into the game, where you go into something and you fight a boss at the end of it. But they're called dungeons now. They don't really have, in Persona you had like, you could hide and like jump people. Yeah. Now you could still do that, but they've changed it with like a mechanic where you just go up to them and just hit them with whatever main tool you have.
You can run down and slap.
Yeah, and then you like raise this little you lower this this meter. Now they can hit you at any time and they ambush you.
And if they hit
like,
you first,
if they hit
boy,
you, it's an ambush.
It's a wrap.
There's a chance if you get hit by the wrong people, it's a wrap. It's game over. You know how many times I fought someone and then the moment they did like an AOE and hit everyone, and I saw any of my people say weak, I'm like, oh, that's a wrap. Because if there's multiple of those ads on their team and they hit you one time, I feel like this game tells those people, oh, he weak to fire.
Yeah, get him.
All of you hit him with fire.
Yes, sir.
So if there's 4 people on the other team that have access to fire, and the AI has deemed one of your people weak to fire, all 4 of those people hitting 9 times out of 10, hitting the one dude
they gonna jump him.
that can hit you with fire. And then guess what happens, Carl? What happens when they all hit you with fire?
You're gonna get worked.
They all go again.
Yeah, they get the second. They get the second turn. Yeah, yes,
they get to go twice.
Yeah, because they get the ambush and they go after that again.
They have killed your initial person that is weak to fire, but they all hit him with fire. So then
elemental damage. You gotta love it.
You're gonna turn around and everyone's gonna be dead. The whole team's a wipe. The one thing I will criticize them for is like they let you restart the fight mid battle by pushing in one of the analogs. I think it's the left one, I believe.
You restart the journey.
I don't understand when you have a game over screen, they won't let you do it there. They're like, no, you got to go back to the last auto save. Which I'm just like, if you're gonna let me restart in battle, just let me restart if the battle's over.
Right.
Because sometimes I'll be in a situation where I think I could push over and win.
Yeah.
But do I want to risk walking back here? Like, so then I'm like, let me just reset. It's good. Bosses, iconic. You know, and it's still got that Persona thing in. Like, I always felt like Persona's bosses was like ups and downs. They all were great. It's just I felt like the first boss was peak Persona 5. And then there would be some that was just as good, but I never felt like, maybe besides the last boss, Persona 5's bosses got better than that first boss. And that's because I felt like the first palace was built up really good in Persona 5. But on here, they be hitting you with bosses out of nowhere. Like I don't. There'd be like a traveling mechanic in the game, and they'll be like, "You takes 3 days to get there." I don't know if you got to that point, Carl.
Not yet.
Yeah, so they'll be like, "It takes you 3 days to get this point." So then, like 2 days in, someone just pops up and be like, "Yeah,
what's up?
I'm here for beef. I'm here for smoke.
What's up? Yeah."
And then you'll find out, be like, "Oh, and I'm a number one. I'm one of the top contenders. You can't hurt me." And I'm like, "Jeez, man!" Like,
it's on.
Like. It's got a very adult themed story.
Yes.
Like it's a very adult themed story. And what I like is when they just introduce random people. You don't even know who they are, and then it's just like once you like, and then they'll just show up out of nowhere. Be like, yeah, it's time for us to have some words. Like, it's like, I didn't even know where you came from.
Yes, sir. Standing on business. Fire, man. Mature themes, super dope. I know King and Solve yet. You get a chance, but for what you're seeing, you know, just how you're feeling about it, or just the overall discussion about the marketing and the success, where you at, Solve?
Yeah, I mean, excited to play it, man. Excited to play it. Again, the Persona stuff. I always back in the day when Persona, like my brother has been a Persona stan for like day one, like Persona, old school Persona. Like he was. What's funny is
I used to fight with your brother. Because it was before I played Persona 5. And he's like, I don't want to play with some dudes like Persona.
You used to slander Persona. That's right. I forgot about that.
He's been repping that forever. And I'm just and I tried them. And back then, again, I was a little bit younger. I got it, but it still never stuck with me like a Final Fantasy or like some of the great Sega RPGs, the Dragon Forces and stuff like that, the Panzer Dragon. It just never. So I was like, all right, whatever.
Sage giving us some a bar. I got to break protocol. Final Answer. He said the guard mechanic in Metaphor prevents enemies from exploiting weaknesses. Very powerful too. I didn't know that.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I didn't know that,
that's another
Sage.
thing. This game does a horrible job explaining mechanics sometimes.
I thought they have somebody inside their team that'll tell you stuff that's happening. No.
Yeah, there'll be sometimes where something happens. I'm like, oh, that's how that worked. I didn't know.
Continue. So.
Yeah. So I mean, beyond that, yeah, like I'm just excited to play it and really be able to get into like a fantasy version of that because to you guys' point, you know, the Axe point. Like nobody's doing turn-based like them right now. I mean, Sega's doing an admirable job with like a dragon, obviously. Yeah. But this is like
next level. This is next level.
This is the true hardcore.
Yes.
Like, turn-based.
Absolutely.
It's kind of where we come from, you know.
Yeah. Right now, there's a chance this dethrones Final Fantasy VII Rebirth for my game of the year. Like,
so let's see how it ends.
Because I actually felt like Rebirth was really good out the gate, but then it kind of slowed down towards the end. Yeah. I don't know if this game's going to do that, but I'm really like, I played this till like 5 a.m. yesterday. At this point, I stream so much. I'm like, I want to make sure this is, obviously if I'm going to stream this type of game, I might as well stream it. But last night I was sitting there, I'm like, nah, we playing this. I brought my Xbox. Notice there's no Xbox here because it's in my room because I was playing Metaphor last night.
Like, and then one other thing, so we have to shout out to Xbox for making this play anywhere game that's not in Game Pass.
Yeah,
that is a
pistol collection is like that too.
Huge deal because prior to this, you know, you were kind of locked in on the platform that you were, and it had to be a Game Pass game in order for you to be able to go PC, whatever. Like the fact that this game, especially with how the depth of it, could be played anywhere when you want to take it on a PC, you want to take it on your ROG Ally, stuff like that. Like that is a huge deal. And I want more of this from their big games. I love they made that decision. Huge decision. Continue.
So that their partnership was fruitful, you say?
I mean, yeah.
And that is my last point.
Tell the truth.
Yeah, let's go.
Y'all better rep all this talk.
Talking.
We missing the console. No. This is rubber meets the road.
Yep. I want to see. I want to see.
And I want to point out there are some Xbox people that have been showing general hype for this. And I do think we'll buy this game and we'll support this. But there's a lot of you dudes that will sit here and you'll scream from the rooftops, this TGH was bad, this TGH was
this is terrible.
Or talk about no Final Fantasies on the platform.
Always, whenever they're quick to touch in the title of their topic, what game missed the platform. They quick to have that in the title.
Amazon links to this game, this, why is this here? Why is that there? Like promoting all this, you're glorified. All you are is glorified Xbox marketing tools. Like stand on your square and you sit here all day on Twitter talking about the fact that this does that. Is it about you want what's best for the ecosystem, or is it about you want bargaining chips and list wars to fight on Twitter?
Exactly. They ain't supporting the game, ain't buying Japanese games.
So they're not being consumers?
Nope.
They're I said they're glorified marketing tools that Microsoft uses.
Yeah, and I want to shout out though. I want to shout out. It was a bunch on Twitter that hit me up with they copy of the Xbox version, and he's like, "Yo, Carl, go stand it on bit." I was like, "Cause I'm coming for y'all, cause I'm tired of every time it be minute game Z. See, Carl, this is the problem. It's missing the problem. Minute game Z, you ain't even was gonna buy it, but you want to make it's quick on your headline on your video, and that's cool. But now they got the biggest game the best JRPG, potentially a Goldie that they got the marketing, and it didn't miss, and it's a new IP. I want to see where y'all at."
Yeah, and I'm not talking about people like Smooth, because Smooth's always been, he wants Xbox to get these games for the people that want them. I'm talking about the people that generally go on podcasts and tweet that they want these games, knowing that they don't play them.
I've seen people who I'm like, bro, shout out to Finding Maddie. We have a section called Game Pass Pick of the Week, right? I cheated. I was like, Game Pass Pick of the Week is metaphor. He's like, "Oh, but you can't." I said, "No, you can, because the demo is free right now that carries into the game. So there's no excuse for you not to turn this on for free $99. Since y'all like free $99 Game Pass, it's free $90. That's how confident they was. And they put it in the server. And some dude, I don't know. Fraud alert. You know what I'm saying? You couldn't even turn it off. No. Rand is my man. No, Rand made it right. Because I was going to get at him.
I'm saying that's who we're referring to. I hit go and play it.
I hit mad people. I said, I don't want to hear about it. You better not have this with a game missing your platform. And now this is here. And now he's like, "Oh, I tried it. It was fire." Salute to my man, Rand. He did it. He's like, "Yo, I'm really feeling that joint. That's crazy."
Rand's an actual gamer.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Twitter I want to see that. But shout out to Black Kaiju. You stood on business. A lot of y'all dudes hit me. Put they joint up, and I said, "All right, cool. That's what I want to see."
You know what? Xbox influences in our chat, because I know a lot of you lurk. Tweet the IOP account. Show me your copy, man. Show me your copy. Tweet the IOP account. Show me your build. Stop fronting on Twitter, acting like you play these games. Be sitting here doing 20 podcasts a week. Show me your builds. Yeah. Show me your build, or shut the hell up.
And it's a beautiful thing that despite people's concern about Xbox having the marketing, that the game is doing successful. That's a beautiful thing. So I want to shout that out.
So like I said, y'all want me to lose knees? Go right and support this damn game. Support this game. I'm gonna tell you this right now.
Who's supporting? Your knees are gone, guys.
They are watching. Listen, we will see.
I know. Listen. I know what school you come from. You graduated well.
Very honest.
The last minute,
Yo, you was the top of your class.
I respect you. Go down with the shit, baby. That's what you're supposed to do.
Yeah, of course. But again, like I said, you want to see that happen. I gotta support, and then you gotta support every time out, even when it's not the next game from the creators of Persona. Because I'm gonna tell you this right now. Persona 6. They're not making that game in a vacuum.
Oh yes,
they know exactly what this team of former Persona devs is working on. They're probably working hand in hand. I would say now that they have this as metaphor, this second IP now, much like Rockstar does with Red Dead and Grand Theft Auto. We saw improvements in Red Dead over things that they did in GTA 5. And you will see that jump again in GTA 6. They feed off of one another.
Yeah.
So I guarantee you that in whatever ways Metaphor has improved upon the Persona, the Persona formula, we're going to see improvements in Persona that may take it up another level as well.
Good point.
Again,
I expect the competition inside the company will force them to do so.
100%. And we're only going to be the better for it, right?
Yeah.
And I'm not.
I mean, the ones that did actually support, we the ones
I'm not talking about the influencers and people that just, because there's a difference between speaking on what you think your platform needs and claiming that's what you want the platform to do for you.
Yo, shout out to Black Viking.
You can easily make tweets.
Yo,
He just tweeted. He said, yo, Carl, I got my joint. I'm standing on business. Here's my screenshot. I respect it. That's what's up.
Because you could easily make a conversation, say, yo, even though that I don't play these games, because that's what Smooth does. Like, people are like, you don't even play these games? Like, no, but I know Addict does, and I want him to shut up. So it's like, even though that he don't play these games, he has no problem using his platform to say there shouldn't be a reason these games miss the platform.
Exactly.
And he'd be very vocal he don't play them. But some of you be acting like you turn-based heads. Like you've been playing turn-based since out the womb.
Some of us have.
Yeah.
Anyway. Well, some of these people play Twitter. They don't play games.
Facts. I play both.
Continue. So you got your bars off.
That's it, man.
No
I'll have more to talk about next week, but I've done nothing.
King.
How you feel, King?
How we feeling? How we feeling, man? Metaphor, outside, critical, and commercial success. 1 million a day.
Oh my God, that's crazy. What was different from when Persona 5 dropped and when Metaphor dropped?
Oh, you tell me.
But Persona 5 in general, or when Persona 5 on Game Pass?
Who they dropped with? Who when they launched? Who they launched on?
Oh, you mean when they was exclusive? When they was exclusive to PlayStation?
Was
you talking about Game Pass?
Was Xbox in
no
the conversation?
No.
So what has transpired is Xbox.
You're saying it's on all platforms now.
It's in the building.
Yeah.
Oh, don't be confused. Follow along. I got you. I'll leave cliff notes.
Well,
I'll leave
speak clear and I can follow along.
No. All you got to do is stop talking and open your ears. I got
you.
Okay, muting mic.
There we go.
There you go.
There we go. So that's why the green is on today. Y'all don't understand what I'm doing to you dudes. Everything is visual. I spoke it into existence. Put it there, tell me. And I'll show you what we do. Anytime y'all launch on us, record numbers. MOB the show. Y'all was looking bad before you got over here. We doubled up on you bums. Slid that cash that way. Now, a lot of you dudes be out there like, nah, you know what I'm saying? Microsoft got that joint, like, and I don't think they should have that because, they're not even letting the world know what's really going down.
Somebody catching strays today.
Boy, you live in a bubble. You live in a bubble and I'm popping it. I'm telling you, stop running your mouth. Just stop it.
Oh, man.
We buy games over here.
And sometimes we buy 4 versions of the game, same game.
What's crazy is I want you to think about it this way. For the dudes that got like 61 million consoles out there, y'all got 80 million consoles out there. Y'all approaching 100. Y'all not selling anything. Why do y'all need our 35 million dudes to rough you up and help you out? Why do y'all need Steam? You know what happens? Dudes got hip to your game, B. You don't sell. We got to put it everywhere else. You ain't get marketing. You ain't get marketing on the thing that y'all do best. We in on it, and we say, you know what? As a bonus, if you purchase here, you could play it anywhere. Can you do that?
Hold up. I need Saul to say that in that weird voice.
What voice? What do you need me to repeat?
Eve's gear mode. I'll be coming out for this. Continue.
Yo, that is so dope. Y'all are so limited in your scope. Y'all only talk about, hey man, gotta sell consoles. to sell games. Microsoft's philosophy is buy a game, play it anywhere. And record sales happen. Somebody looked over and said, you know what, I'm going to buy it on Microsoft and I'm going to go play it on my PC. Why? Because they ascended. Why? And what I'm hearing is, what
you hearing?
Word on the street.
Just the word on the street.
This could be game of the year.
Yes.
Who the hell you think gonna go up on stage with them dudes in the participation trophy? Because they help you get to the finish line. Phil Dominus, this is the reason why the ticket is on. Phil Dominus Maximus Aurelius Spencer, first of his name. And Sarah Bond.
Shout out to the queen.
Now, he's showing her the ropes. She brings a different level of versatility to it. This is her first year at the helm. She scored turn-based Japanese RPG.
New IP.
And put it play anywhere. And the numbers went up. So you know when she walk in the building, they be like, Sarah. The thing that you did last time was really great. We have another game. It's called Persona 6. What we're trying to do is, since you had the marketing rights and you did so well with it, we're offering it to you right now, day and date. And if you might,
that's a lot.
If you want to do it inside Game Pass, hey, since y'all been good to us, we want to be good to you.
I don't know about that part, but I like the marketing and everything else.
But see, I got to go back to Sarah Bond when she posted the picture of her on the train at Sega.
Oh yeah, that was crazy.
You dudes thought she was just going to Japan just to have some.
Remember when I got laughed at about that? Remember when I was like, "Oh, this is all about cloud." Their relationship is just to improve the cloud. It's nothing else. It's no games coming, Kaz.
Nothing.
Oh, I got killed for that one.
Well, game of the year possible showed up, and the marketing rights is on Xbox.
That's big. I think that's a lot bigger than people are giving it credit for.
You always told me that marketing rights means a lot, especially with Call of Duty and a lot of other games.
Yeah, I actually said that, Call of Duty and stuff like that arguably sell way more than exclusives. Like Call of Duty helps sales, but multi-plat stuff helps sells consoles, but exclusives get consoles and identity. That's what I've always felt.
Right. And I put something in the chat that eloquates your whole point, which is really beautiful in our private chat. But I just say this: the worm has churned, pigs have flown. Y'all, this year, this is what y'all known for. This is what we're known for. Having the marketing rights for potential game of the year. This is what we're known for. This is what you're known for. Releasing the worst performing game in video game history. That it was killed 11 days into his stretch run.
Hardcore sled, here it goes.
Releasing the mid-gen refresh that nobody asked for. That nobody asked for. That's not selling.
Available now in stores still.
Taking a tech demo, putting it in the pro.
This guy.
And trying to sell an actual game from a tech demo that you put inside the pro. You confusing us because we all know you're confused. We don't see the difference in what's going on. Well, listen, I'm loving everything right now. The world is upside down, and everything that I'm saying is realized to be true. Xbox is moving in a great space. It's different leadership. New year, new me. We different. We're different. We're just not the same. You thought we was last year Xbox. No. We've been eating our veggies and working out. and we don't skip leg day. We do sit-ups, push-ups, calisthenics, and everything. We eat all of our vegetables. See you on the next one that we market and see how that goes. That was exclusive. Let's see if Square hang out with you guys again. And let's see if that happens.
Why you gotta do your hands like this?
Because you know how they do.
What is that?
We got marketing rights, King. You know what that means? it means y'all ain't gonna sell.
So you said the old ways don't work no more.
It's over. Y'all dinosaurs. Y'all the dude on the basketball court doing the same crossover. Everybody keep picking your pockets. Get up out of here, son.
Why they still doing the old move? The exclusive crossover? Come on, kid. Not like that.
They tell him, you know he can't go left.
Yo, you stupid.
All you gotta do is double team him. He gonna pass it out.
Everybody on to the move now?
PlayStation can't go left. We found out.
We found out they can't go left. Oh, man. This guy.
Double team there, kick it out.
So now y'all got the moves now. Y'all got the ball. It's up now. Oh, man.
Hope you like it.
Well, that's all I got. Better for look. Good to see the support. Good to see turn-based in the building. JRPG quality in the building. Go support this game. The game is fantastic. And look, this Game of the Year conversation has changed very quickly. I will say that. There's a lot of people standing on business with this right now. We'll see how it ends, but what's it? New challenger. New challenger is Metaphor Refantazio. Salute. So we got the super